yes, Denny's a great player, but by virtue of some of the things that we've learned over the last 2 or 3 years, if you win something of that note, it's not a guaranteed success. Look at Jacques Larbe, the previous Europe Cup singles champion. He really struggled for a couple of years. So Denny, albeit with a little bit more steel tip,
180,
high-level experience, knows that games like this, he's going to have to find his top level, otherwise he's going to be dispatched.
$140.
Another one in there. For a dart at double 12. And he pins it. What a spectacular start this is. Still a big 140 visit.
$140.
I know Denny's not had a look at a double yet in this match, but he's not scoring too shabbily, and he is going to get a look at this 1-2-1 for an immediate break back early on
60.
in this one.
Beautiful first start. Gets a shot at the ball.
Oh,
very well done. Superb checkout. What a standard this game is so far.
It always tells you what James Wade thinks of a visit when he leaves his arm extended after throwing that third dart. You can tell he's not happy,
140.
but Denny will certainly be happy with this scoring. 3 visits of 140 to leave himself on 81 after 9, and
87.
he is far exceeding what he's produced on the floor so far in 2025 with this.
Game shot.
My word. Even James Wade, who doesn't show a great deal of emotion at the back of the booth, just gave a little nod there as if to say, yeah, that's pretty good. That's equally the best
100.
leg of the match. Should have gone for the 25 with the last dart.
I could see you looking. You knew he wasn't going to. You knew he was going to try and force his way through for another treble 19.
Sometimes it's worth the risk, but right there, I'm not really sure. And this is where he gets 2 treble 20s. And he could have had a dart for the match.
136.
But if Denny can't take out this 112, there'll be 3 match darts incoming for James Wade.
Go for treble 18, Denny. Love it. Double 19. Superb. Absolutely brilliant checkout.
$140.
That is an elite 140. So good. And Denny's got to keep pace.
Yeah, and so James Wade.
140.
He's doing a really good job of keeping pace, as you said. He needs to do at the moment, but this is where James Wade comes into his own, isn't it? Uses the ball. Well, too good.
That was a great 170. He's kept control of this last leg decider the entire way, has James.
99.
It will be 11 and double 10 to finish Denny off for the second time.
And that's exactly what he does on his favoured double 10. James Wade was put under enormous pressure in that match. A stunning 1-2-1 and 112 from Denny Olderkalter. But Wadey, with 43% checkout success and an average in the high 90s, does make it through. After 2 first-round exits, he's through to the last 64.
Ridiculous how hot it was on stage, and he didn't enjoy it at all. He might enjoy this leg if he can take out a 1-2-1. We saw it from Denny Olderkalter in the previous match, so why not now?
Treble 17, unable to find it.
85.
To keep this match going with throw. Had an opportunity to break in the last leg, wasn't able to take it, but that's more like it. And that's a 13 dart hold of throw from Max Hopp. There's actually a lot to like in this game for both of these players, really.
Some people like it the other way. They like to have time to think,
50.
to go through their processes. But think about Klaassen, who leaves 76 after 12. He's like a supercomputer. He processes things way quicker than anybody
59.
in the sport. It's got to be the 11s now. Double 14.
62.
In a moment like that, I think treble 11 was the right player. Said he was good with the 2 dart kills. How about the 3? Double 11. Oh boy, pushed the wire.
131.
And that would have been for the break
Game
of throw
shot.
that he needs in this match, Max Hopp.
He's leg 9. Because it would give you the opportunity to serve the game
57.
out. I don't subscribe to that. I think the best time to break is the last leg. Because that means you win.
140.
Pressure applied on this 64 for Max Hopp, but it's another one of those finishes, isn't it?
Game
And this
shot.
time he takes it. What an excellent leg from Max Hopp.
Another one. Cobra was
96.
coiling up there. It's his turn to leave a 2 darter, but this is a first match-winning opportunity for either player.
And it's double 16 for the match. Jelle Klaassen is nodding in the background. He believes this is going to go. And it's
Game
more
shot.
sensational
And the match.
finishing
Max Hopp.
from Max Hopp, who gets over the line. He found the break he needed in leg 9 and then got over the line. A spectacular leg to win it. An average of around the 97 mark. There you can see it, 67% on the outer ring. Throughout that contest, he prevented Jelle Klaassen from getting darts against the throw. Spectacular performance from Max Hopp, who marches on through to round 2.
$133.
Not going to get a dart at the bull, Wessel Nyman, which is
137.
what Gabriel Clemens will be hoping for at the end of this combination. But can't get the first treble required to kickstart the attempt.
58. Game shot.
It's another 13 darter.
$140.
It's just incredibly enjoyable to watch when he's in full flow like this. Looking to record his
58.
first ever win over the German giant.
$95.
Sets it up beautifully. Didn't get a dart at double 12, but the next best thing.
$120. Game shot.
And it's back-to-back 13 darters. Another match-winning opportunity incoming for Wessel Nyman, but it's
180.
going to be under enormous pressure from Gabriel Clemens, who's finally found his scoring boots. But is it too little too late? Double 7 for Wessel Nyman.
120.
First match start has come and gone.
Game
And it's
shot.
an 11 dart break. Well, this level, won't know what's hit him over the last few legs. But he's got time to set this up. Wouldn't have needed to go for the
93.
bull at the end of that combination, and he found the 2 treble 20s. But again, the pressure is going to be on from Gabriel
130.
Clemens. Doing so much right. Not going to get a second match start.
47.
To take us all the way in a match that he looked completely out of. Tops required.
35.
Just steadies himself because his head will feel like it's been on the waltzers over the last few legs, Wessel Nijman. One more match start at double 4.
22.
You can't even begin to
Game
imagine
shot.
how Wessel Nijman is feeling heading into this decider. A 130. Just needs to make sure he stays straight with his first
140.
dart. It's better from Nijman, but will he get a look at the 81? He used that to clatter in. He needed the treble 20 with dart 2.
58.
So another match-winning opportunity for Wessel Nijman to finally get over the line in this one. And it's going to be at the bull. What a
Game
way
shot
to win it
and
for
the
Wessel
match.
Nijman.
Wessel
A
Nijman.
12-darter, his 4th match start. He led the contest 5-1. It was absolutely spellbinding. But the comeback from Gabriel Clemens, equally impressive, managed to take us all the way.
$100.
Well, Stefan Belmont finally finds a big treble in this leg, but not down to a finish. So an opportunity for Torretta to
Game
double his
shot.
advantage. Does just that. Backs up the break.
$45.
Another break opportunity incoming. The Italian, he's just played at a higher level
136.
consistently, hasn't he, in this contest? Belmont with a little flash of what he's capable of, but
133.
not been able to really sustain it.
Game shot.
This certainly up there as one of the best we've ever seen from him in a Players' Championship event.
140.
And if he can get the job done here and replicate this performance when he takes on Wessel Nijman, could be a real belter of a match. Just the wrong side of the wire.
59. $140.
To round off what has been an exceptional display
shot.
from
And the
the
match,
Italian.
Michele Torretta.
That's exactly what we get. A 6-2 triumph, Stefan Belmont, not really able to live with Torretta's scoring or finishing for large spells of that match, and it is the Italian's second best performance ever in a Players' Championship event. 55% checkout success and 98 average. There was that lovely ton finish in leg 2 as well. Wouldn't have needed to take it out in this visit anyway, with Barney not
64.
on a finish.
Nice use of the board from Kiss there, bringing the bullseye in, getting down to a 2-darter.
99.
Treble 19 for double top.
Game shot.
Well, not perfectly produced, but it wasn't far off. Effectively just as good as if he'd done it in 2 darts, and it's 3 legs on the spin. Kiss leads the game. And Jimmy Van Ski, he's bigger than you and me. He's won against Adam Hunt 6 legs to 3. Jimmy Van Ski, one of the top-up players playing today.
137.
His turn to leave himself a bogey number. Barney is going to leave himself 50 here. No, not quite.
140.
But it's still a potentially awkward 90. And where's Kiss going to be? He's going to be wherever he wants.
128.
But 2 at double 15 for Raymond van Barneveld.
$60.
The dejection continues to grow for Barney. And after that lovely 1-2-8 setup from Kist,
Game
he
shot.
does pin double 10 to move within 1 of the match.
Has he got another? No, he hasn't. Christian Kist won't be repeating his 9-dart heroics from Ali Pali. But it's 5 out of 6 perfect to start this leg, and Barney's in all sorts of trouble here. This has got to be good. It is good.
140. $65. 56.
Shake of the head from Barney, who does leave himself on tops after 12. But will he get a look at it?
Match start Kist. Chance
96.
not taken. Let off for Barney. Now double top. Earlier in the game, he was not hitting it.
Game shot.
He is doing now, and that could prove to be the difference. Back-to-back legs for Barney.
And it's superb from Kist. After trebleless visits from both of these in their last visits, it's Kist who finds
100.
something. Barney is down to a 127, but will he even get a look?
To the 16s. Now to the ball to win it.
58.
Christian Kist has missed a second match dart against Raymond van Barneveld, who needs 2 perfect darts in this visit to win. He has 1 of them. That gives him 1 at double 8. And Raymond van Barneveld pinches it with a stunning checkout. 1-2-7 the hard way to take it 6-5. He survived a match dart for 6-4. He survived another one for 6-5. And Christian Kist, a heartbreaking defeat.
Not to qualify, having been successful
80.
on the floor last year. But Gedwin Price he's putting in monstrous performances pretty much everywhere in 2025. But this isn't too bad a start, is it, from Nathan Rafferty?
Double 10. It's a very, very good start from Nathan Rafferty. 2-0 up. Breaker throw there as well with a 15-darter. And Gedwin Price.
$92.
With the use of the 18s, his first down to a finish, but Gerwin Price
141.
down to something a little better.
Bullseye second dart's an option here.
90.
He does end up going to the bull. Leaves himself single to double. Price will get one at tops. Now, it's not been enough so far in this game, one at tops.
Game
But this
shot.
time it is when it really matters. And they're the sorts of situations. Can't get it going. And Nathan Rafferty's got a chance to lead this game. He was 2-0 up, 4-2 down, and looking dead and buried.
88.
For this game to take yet another turn. Look at treble 18 for tops.
94.
Unable to find it at the end of this combination. Work his way in off that one.
Game
And
shot.
does exactly that to break straight back. Rafferty, he fought so hard, didn't he, to get that break, get himself back into this one.
$95.
Well, is he going to go for it? Doesn't have that option.
98.
But he does leave that 60 that he took out in the previous leg. To win the match, Gerwin Price. Did not start this game well. Just dominated through the middle part of it. Then had to deal with a fight back from Nathan Rafferty.
84.
But he's still got to kill it off completely here. Double top will do it. And the
Game
three-time
shots
winner this
and the
year
match,
is still in the
Gerwin
hunt for a
Price.
fourth Players' Championship title of 2025. The Iceman Gerwin Price, when it really mattered, was hitting tops. Cammy to go 5 perfect. Make that
180.
6 perfect at the start of a leg. Cameron Menzies no stranger to a 9-darter.
96.
Hit 3 of them in his professional career, but it's been a while. And it will continue to be a while.
81.
And it turns out he might have needed to win that leg in 9 because Dirk's on 91. Now, what's the route this time? Treble 17? Double top.
Game shot.
12-darter followed by an 11-darter. tv.dartconnect.com to keep abreast of the round 3 games going on.
128.
Dirk moves over to the treble 18 with ease. Trebles just coming so easily.
140.
Cameron Menzies joins him on 180. Who's got the best setup shot? So terrified of busting, he goes over to the 12s, but he gets the treble. So it does not matter.
140.
Cammy with a more conventional ton 40 setup from the 180.
$12.
Moments like that could be the difference in this game.
Game shot.
Brilliant stuff. Cameron Menzies, back-to-back 13 darters to level this game up.
$42. $180.
Once again, Dirk van Duijvenbode with... He knows exactly what he's doing there. Could have gone treble 19. If he hits it, he leaves 36. But he's got the markers. He stays there.
95.
He leaves single to double. Because if he'd gone for the 19s, only got the single, you might have to use 2 darts to get to a double. It is a tactical ploy. It is becoming more common, but this man is leading the way
Game
in how
shot.
to do it, and he has illustrated exactly why he does it there. 14 darter,
5-2. He continues to average 107 in this game. It is a majestic display from Dirk. And while they're not quite at that level, Dirk is still at a very, very good level here.
93. $134.
Monstrous stuff from Dirk van Dijvenbode. Threatening another 4-visit leg. And the white
41.
towel's been chucked in by Cameron Menzies. How do you deal with this? Double eights. That's a
Game
12
shot
darter
and
to
the
seal
match.
it, and
Dirk van
Cameron Menzies
Dijvenbode.
just could not find the answers. Dirk van Dijvenbode gets a hug, and that is a special display from van Dijvenbode. They were brilliant in the opening exchanges of that.
$96.
Only reached the quarterfinals once in the Players' Championship Series this year. Hasn't played all of them.
58.
But it is a very disappointing return, and that's a very disappointing visit. They hit 58 and leave 162. You expect that kind of nonsense from Johnny Clayton.
59. $58.
He'll get a shot. It's at the ball. And that
Game
is the
shot.
ball. It's 3-0 with a double break for Johnny Clayton. And that's pretty much half a year ago.
60.
Took him 9 months, or 9 or 10 months, 2024 to get a title under his belt.
145.
Within that, there were amazing runs in some of the biggest tournaments in the world. Michael van Gerwen is used to winning things. Lots of them.
55.
It's not going to be 6-0, is it?
9.
It's not confirmed yet, but it still shouldn't be.
$97. Game shot.
Van Gerwen has a leg, but it is just one, and he needs 5 more.
$180.
Second maximum of the game for Johnny Clayton leaves his signature 1-2-1 shot.
84.
You would imagine he's going to go for this, even if it finishes on the bullseye, irrespective of the fact Van Gerwen's only halfway down from 501, because it's what he does. And he
Game
hits
shot.
it. 12 darter, proper Johnny the Ferret business. 180 setup, 1-2-1 out. Johnny Clayton is a leg away
40.
from reaching the quarterfinals. He has only lost 6 legs all day. Well, he's had some injury problems. We know that, Michael van Gerwen,
60.
some sort of freak shoulder neck thing that made him pull out of the Premier League night and then the subsequent European Tour event.
100.
But he's been here competing yesterday and today. He went out in round 1 yesterday. He has
55.
produced 1 good game in his 3 wins today. But this is a humbling experience.
60.
But not just one of the greats of darts, one of the greats of modern sport.
95.
Double 8 to end it.
Game shot.
Johnny
and the
Clayton.
match, Johnny Clayton.
Has beaten Michael van Gerwen 6-1 despite producing his least impressive performance of the day. Well, there's lots of reasons why it's important for Ricardo. Obviously, the Players' Championship Finals is one of them, but it's something you pointed out before we came on air for this one. This is an absolutely enormous
100.
game in the race for the world match play, because as things stand, Ricardo Pietrezco and Michael Smith are in a battle
140.
to get to the world match play. Pikachu is inside the spots, just. Michael Smith is just outside the spots. Winning this game would not be enough to push the Bully Boy into the qualifying positions provisionally,
81.
but reaching the final would be. And winning the title would be a massive boon for him.
41.
Ricardo's finishing against Price on the other streaming board in the last half an hour was sublime. Tops.
Game shot.
Here we go again. Pikachu is on his finishing. And when he is, he can do anything he wants.
There's a whole catalogue of issues that he's got. But in that time,
180.
as he hits another 180, apart from the Masters, I can't see any obvious change to his throw. So he must be able to play, if not pain-free, then without it really having a massive
96.
impact on how he's throwing the dart. So he might be gritting his teeth and bearing it, but he's able to compete.
Dart players are funny creatures in that regard.
100.
At the weekend, we saw Lisa Ashton making a final after falling down the stairs.
Wouldn't recommend it as preparation on a regular basis.
Not ideal. But the throw looks good in this
84.
game. And Michael's on 96 to take a 3-1 lead with a break.
I was just looking at his wrist there and then shaking it out.
Game shot.
But then he's just completed an 11 darter. It'll be either Dominic Grulich or Dirk van Dijvenbode who awaits the winner.
Dirk's in control after 6. He's 4-2 up. Maybe 5-2 for Michael Smith and as little as 2 more darts.
80.
51. Just making sure that stem is properly screwed onto the dart.
Yeah, you do not want to throw that when it's loose. Could come out of the barrel.
It's 9 scored, 78 left.
Double 18, you would think. No need for double-double in this situation.
55.
I thought the 180 from Ricardo about 2 minutes ago could galvanise him. This would, or it would have. That was a bad darted ball.
89.
Choosing to leave the double 18, it may be academic. And
Game
it is.
shot.
Michael Smith getting the job done. 5-2 he leads, 1 more leg needed. Now, Ricardo Pietrezco, he's beaten Damon Heta, he's beaten Gerwin Price. He now has to win 4 legs on the spin against the former champion of the world, Michael Smith. That looks a tall order. This could be significant.
Yeah, triple, 76.
Yeah, it could be Johnny's day because he won
101.
PC 14 last year. Might be his favourite number. Michael doesn't care which number. He just wants to get a ranking title. First one since
58.
around about the 3rd point of last year's season.
Can win it in this visit, but he's not going to. But he's going to set it up very,
131.
very nicely. And Ricardo Pietrezco, something like this, has looked beyond him in this game.
Yeah, it feels like he's hit the wall. It's not Martin Schindler he's playing, but it's Bully Boy who's going to hit him
99.
hard to put him out. It has been a good day for Ricardo, though.
But
Game
that
shot
is a
and the match,
6-2 win
Michael
for the Bully
Smith.
Boy, who is through to the semi-finals. He takes a step towards the provisional spots for the World Match Play and a step towards his first title of 2025, limiting Pietrezco to just 4 darts at double in the match, a 97 average and good finishing. Michael Smith, is that sort of stuff going to be enough to take the title? He's 2 wins away from it.
Dominic is taking the first leg. I think this game's going to be a little bit quicker because Dominic is quite deliberate. And this one is starting to speed up
180.
for Clayton. This is better. 2 maximums. Give him 82 after 9.
58.
He can do pretty much whatever he wants from here. Yeah, that'll do. 12 data. He's very much in the semi now. Netherlands, Van Schie, and Northern Islands, Mickey Mansell. He's going for a 6th different country
140.
to beat in this tournament. The only way he goes through 7 is if he beats Clayton then Grulich in the final.
$60.
Clayton gets a chance to draw level. The 2 tops.
80.
Not quite. Very, very close. Not entirely sure that the first one was in the ideal spot to nestle one in, but he almost got it anyway. 1 tops for Danny.
Game shot.
See how much that means to him. He knows how well Johnny Clayton's playing at the minute with his game for a good couple of years.
140.
There's nothing to dislike about this game at all. And he needed that max. Noppert was hoping that he didn't find it. Is it a double-double? He decides
56.
that it was not the moment to do it. He was wrong.
Game shot.
Maybe double-double was the shot, and Clayton is clinical. Even though Danny's a heavy scorer himself, he's been suffocated
97.
by the treble 20 action of the ferret. He was checking the score mid-throw there.
58.
You really should know what your opponent's got before you start. Displeased.
$100.
That might cheer him up a little bit. And based on the way that Johnny is picking things like this off, he might not be smiling in about 8 or 9 seconds. Gets a shot at the bull.
Game shot.
He's not smiling. It's 4 in a row for Johnny Clayton now. Even when he messes up, he figures it out. Sequence of legs, 13, 12, 17, 15, 16.
140.
The start of the charge was incredible, but then it was sustained. Danny's been left on 161, 60, and 50. He hasn't had a dart at a double in an eternity in this game. He might not get another.
140.
Comeback starts here, or it doesn't start.
$52.
66 to go 1 better than yesterday. Too good.
And the match.
Johnny Clayton wins 6 straight legs in that semi-final and has been the best player of today. He only has one more job to do to get his hands on his 7th PDC Players Championship title. That was amazing at times.
But pretty unflappable. He has had his issues with dartitis that were visible yesterday, more so actually
97.
than in the last match we just saw against Michael Smith, but it doesn't seem to be hindering him too much.
137.
He's had a bit of a story with Dirk the last couple of days. Lost in the last 32 and then took him out in the quarterfinals today. 4/16s for tops. That's on the menu. That's what he orders, and he gets it really quickly. Talk to Daryl Gurney about that. He made number 3. It's a big, big deal.
Yeah, he's been ticking off various things, hasn't he, Johnny Clayton?
60.
Welsh number 1 ticked off. That was a huge honour and privilege for him.
Don't leave double one.
135.
Well done. As tempting as it is, Johnny. Right now, Dominic
92.
is getting a lot of dust swept into his face.
Game shot.
Clayton is cooking now. Because after this, he's not going to be involved in European Tour action for the next couple of weeks. In fact, Players Championship action
180.
next month could be the next time he throws competitively. But what a story it would be.
83.
Johnny's defence on his own throw. My word. He might never be broken ever again.
140.
It's absolutely spectacular stuff from the Ferret. And yes, right now his aim is
133.
Players Championship glory. It is finding treble 19 for double 12. And
Game
it's
shot.
another 11 darter. He's producing them for fun today.
Just think about the fact that he's got 100,000 points to defend in the summer at the match play. When he's playing like this,
134.
you'd be surprised if he doesn't profit by winning the thing.
140.
You know how they say you got to play your game to win? Clayton is playing his game, leaving 81 at 121 after 9
100.
darts. Dominic can't live with this.
Well, there aren't many on the planet who could. Bullseye.
Game
And
shot.
it is a 6-2 lead. Classic Johnny Clayton finish. What is a Ferret match without a 1-2-1 on the bull? Yeah, but his matches haven't been that long, have they?
That's the point.
He's hardly dropped a leg
180.
en route to this final. And if he continues like this, he might not drop another.
Just when you think he's out of this leg, he plunks in that fourth max.
100.
He just taps Dominic on the shoulder again and said, "You're not going to get anything for free."
136.
There's always that stomach churn, isn't there, with Johnny Clayton?
Oh, that's a bad dart, but it's not the worst one. That leaves 65. Now he needs the ball to end the leg.
41.
Well, the epicenter is way off. And Clayton needs tops for another
Game shot.
beautiful checkout. Ends the leg with 7 perfect darts. 180, 136, tops out, and nearly job done.
Where it took him 5 darts to get over the line. But aside from that,
100.
the checkout success has been sensational.
It was about 10 months ago that
140.
JC won Players Championship 14 in 2024, beating Wesley Plazier in the final.
Thought you were going to say the last time he was broken.
Feels like it.
59.
He could defend a Players Championship number. The regulars are winning this
100.
year. Heta yesterday. Price back amongst the winners' checks on the floor this year as well. And Johnny could even win the tournament with his signature shot.
97.
Well, he's already taken out the 1-2-1 in this match already. Double 14 for the title, and it
Game
is
shot.
7th
And the match,
heaven
Johnny
for Johnny
Clayton.
Clayton. Absolutely phenomenal from the Ferret all day long. And he just had to win it with his second 1-2-1 of the match. It was absolutely electrifying from the Welsh number 1.